Yes, this is the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide scene. We are here at the Down to Earth podcast, and we have a special guest tonight from Virginia, VA, Selmir of the Off the World podcast. I'm saying it right?
The off world.
The off world, right?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Straight. And I
appreciate you guys having me, man.
And I got my next brethren right here, the president of 6 Dot here, you know what I mean, be helping me out with this podcast here. Julian Broderick, you don't know, man.
What's good, everybody? How you guys doing?
Yeah, man.
What's good?
Bro. Yeah, man. You don't know, man. I was just saying, man, like, I was watching this man's podcast for a while and everything, and I was like saying, wait a minute, off world, I'm down to earth. Let's bring him down to earth from
that is funny. Here. That is funny too.
You know
it's I guess I seen you on IG live for the first time. We had talked on Instagram, and I was just up there being live, and I'm like, who is this? How long you been tapped into the show?
I've been tapping in the show recently in the last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I don't know, it was by fluke. I don't know how, but I was like, hold up a second here. I was like, this is dope. I like this.
It looks like the algorithm is working in our favor right now. It's crazy just to see how far you can reach with your stuff. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, it's like one who knows one, because what you're doing is pretty much similar what we're doing here. You get what I'm saying? You got the guests sitting down on the couch and stuff. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have them here at the headquarters. You know what I mean? But sometimes I have them online like this. You know what I mean? Straight up. But it's consistency what really interests me with you. You know what I mean? You kept on going and going and going. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy's
we're about 3 years in right now.
And the thing is, you're recognizing artists who need the recognition. That just like here, don't get it twisted. It's almost the same thing. Julian, might I add, am I right or am I wrong?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's not enough exposure for artists up here in Toronto and Canada in general, but it's also a reminder for everyone how internet really does tap us into the whole world, and we need to start utilizing that more and more, and this is a perfect example of that.
For me, what I really noticed doing this, at first I thought it was just my area that had this kind of hidden gems, underground talent that the world didn't know about yet. But then the more I do it, it's there's these pockets in every fucking city of this. You know what I'm saying? As a fan, you don't really usually hear about artists till they break through to their mainstream or whatever. But I feel that's been cool to me. Just trying to tap in on people early. You know what I mean?
Well, my brother right here, he has a question right here, man. He's saying, you know what I mean? His first question was, what made you want to do the podcast? You know what I'm saying? What made you want to do the podcast in the first place? Because you're 3 years deep in, right?
Yeah, we 3 years deep. What made me want to do the podcast? I don't know. It just felt like the right thing to do at the time. I've been listening to podcasts and watching podcasts for 6-7 years now, probably 7-8 for real. So I just felt like it was really more of I'm building an off-world brand, right? I started the company in reverse. You know what I'm saying?
Are you an artist as well? You're an artist as well. I've seen you. I've seen a few clips you be performing. I didn't catch all your music yet, but I will. You know what I'm saying? You were an artist before doing the podcast, right?
Yeah, definitely. I've been making music and content really since since 2000, probably 9-10. I used to make skits in high school with my friends. I'll write skits and then use them to act them out and stuff. But really, like I said, what made me want to start the podcast was just kind of my way to connect with people. And like I said, so the company is off world. So to me, in my head, it's weird because I started the company in reverse. So imagine if Amazon, right, as a company. Mm-hmm. Imagine if Amazon started as a podcast first and just called the Amazon podcast, then went on to do what Amazon did. That's kind of how I look at Off World. It started as a podcast, but it's much more than that. The podcast to me always interests me. Just I like talking to people. I like, learning new things from different people and stuff like that, and just networking. As an artist, we the key to this shit is networking. So
Definitely.
what better way than to network with people than try to build a skill set that I can bring value to people and to myself by networking and kind of like killing two birds with one stone, kind of like networking, creating content, having fun, learning shit. Like it just made sense. Like, you know what I mean?
Plus, you have the passion for it.
Yeah,
You have the
definitely,
passion
definitely.
for it because you're an artist first. Let's just get real here. You're an artist first. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you started doing how should I say, evolving.
Yeah, I would say
I would
so.
have to say
I
evolving.
hope I'm evolving, not devolving. But yeah, I feel
Well,
like
no, man, you're evolving. You
we
know what I
moving
like
forward.
about the evolving? You brought your your egotistical how should I say, your buddy there, Larry.
Oh yeah,
I want to talk about
bring
Larry
Larry up here.
later on.
Nah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Let me. Yeah,
Larry.
we can definitely talk about Larry. We got him
Where's
in the studio.
Larry,
Right?
man? Where's Larry?
You can just bridge. You pick it up. Yeah. You can just turn him sideways, type shit. Like pop his head in. Pop his head in. Yeah.
Larry, man. Larry's the mascot, right?
That's my boy right there.
That's the mascot. I'm telling you,
That's good.
straight up, that was the next thing what caught my. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, bro. Larry, I can tell you how the Larry shit started if you want.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, please
Yes.
do.
Okay. So shout out to Larry. Larry's our street journalist. He's digital right now, so he's from a different planet. He has his own story that's gonna we're gonna unroll his story. Like one day I want him to have like an actual show, like some Rick and Morty shit.
Yo,
So
so pretty much he's your AI then. You know, like how Iron Man has Jarvis. That's your AI,
guess,
man.
yeah.
Larry's your AI, brother.
Yeah. So like I look at Larry as kind of like a whole world and a show that's gonna exist one day, but that started from the bottom. Like imagine like if, like I said, Rick and Morty. Imagine if you just seen Rick as a standalone character, started out like in a garage. It was just a character with like stop motion, like super low budget. And then you build, like we haven't seen somebody build a character from ground level to have a show. You know what I mean? Like that, like that. But so the way I started Larry, bro, is so we I drink iced coffee on the show all the time. So I have an iced coffee right now too.
Okay.
So it's Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not gonna lie. So this is Dunkin' Donuts cup. My boy works there.
Down here we got Tim Hortons.
Sam Wharton, yeah, shout out to Sam Wharton's. So my boy works at Dunkin', so he gave me a bunch of cups. I used to actually buy it, but I started doing more podcasts, so I started getting expensive. So now I make my own coffee and use their cups.
Okay, all right.
It's costly, yeah. The way we started Larry is I'm always drinking iced coffee. So my boy was like, "Yo, let's do a iced coffee commercial." I'm like, "All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. We're gonna try to get sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts." And so
did you bring Larry?
I'm gonna tell you this. So at this point, Larry didn't exist yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we start. So the commercial, the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, was gonna be a stop motion commercial with the character that I create, right? So I created this like iced coffee character. It looked like a cup of coffee, but it had, it looked like iced coffee, but it had legs and arms and a head and shit. So as I'm working on that commercial, I'm like, yo, I kind of really like the idea of having a stop motion like animation show. So then from that, I just literally created Larry and started having like doing a little mini show with him. But it started as like my boy telling me to do that, like that commercial. You know what I mean?
Oh wow. I love it. I love it. Being different is always good. Some people call it, I don't know if they want to call it weird and shit. To me, it weird is the new normal. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know.
I get you.
Like, so that's the way I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? Straight up goods. But anyway, let's get down to the music and stuff, man. On the real, like, I wanna hear about certain names of artists that you like. I've been tuning into the podcast a bit, and I'm learning some of the artists. Vice versa. I would love
me to tell you some key artists you should tap into from our area.
Yes, please do. Who's been okay? Wait, before we even get to that, Julian, I want you to name the artists here of the underground of the Toronto artists, because I'm sure he knows maybe the ones who like Drake, Tory Lanez, and all of that.
Yeah, I probably don't know anybody like coming up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there are ones that are coming up, and we wanna share both. Your point of perspective of yours and ours. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to start with yours. Let's go with yours first. Who are the top, I would say, 10 or 5 underground you believe in your city?
You talking about Julian or me?
You first.
Okay. My bad.
Julian.
Bro, so I would probably say
Toronto after.
To me, like I said, I'm I'm cool with a lot of artists out here. Like we have literally like 100 dope artists. Like a lot.
I
It's a lot.
know.
I don't know if it's in like this in other places, but we really have a lot of like dope people.
Same.
So if I had to
I
pick
know.
5, like okay, so top 5, just off top, I would say Young Raj. He's
Young Raj.
crazy. He actually he's done some like cool shit too. He was signed to this label. He had a song with like Summer Walker that went up. Like he went up a lot of times, but he's still like pretty underground. So Young Raj. Who we gonna say? AJ question mark. You got to look up AJ question mark. All caps, one word, spell it out. Question mark. Crazy. He's hard. Who else we got? Who we got? Trees. Trees low key. Trees low key is hard. He went up a few times too. He actually had a song. Like a lot of people from there, like the rumor in the area, kind of like a few people from, I don't want to say names, but a few people from the industry like stole his style.
Oh, okay.
Like he like really birthed a lot of people's styles that you probably know. You know, like from the underground level, which is crazy. Who else we got? Who else we got? I'm having a that's 3. That's 3. We got 2 more. Who we got? I'm asking my boy. I got my boy Karen right here too.
Well, please, yo, introvert, please do.
Let's go with somebody out of OnlyFriends. Who we got? Damn, I'm having a real brain fart. Chris Stassi hard. See if we would say Paige Joyner. Paige Joyner, she's hard. So that's a female artist. A few people from our scene too been getting kind of like certain cool placements, like Chris Stassi, and a few people had like they've been on like TV shows. They'll get songs on TV shows. I think we have an artist named Who. His name is Who. Question with a question mark at the end.
A question mark.
He's had some placements in. Was it the NFL? Yeah, like in the NFL, like commercials and shit. Like recently, like a couple weeks ago. So we got some people, and we also have a lot of cool producers. You know what I'm saying? Like High Def Raja, Zel2 Trill. You might have heard, Lex Luger.
Yes.
He's from out here. Yeah. So that's some people.
Seed.
I feel like we have a Lex Luger up here for some reason. Like that name sounds familiar.
Do y'all wait? Also, before Julian gets into his, do you guys know Coupe Chardonnay? I was telling bro about it. So we got a pianist out here. His name is Coupe Chardonnay. He's like the main pianist for Tory Lanez. So he's been out there. I'm sure he's done shows in Toronto and all that. Like,
yeah, name sounds familiar.
He's from out here too.
Yeah.
What's yours though, Julian?
Julian.
Honestly, I feel just like you did when you got the question. You know what I mean? Like realistically,
it's a lot of people. It's like damn,
there's a lot, but
there's a list of 100%, and I'm gonna just go off like what I experienced recently, who I've seen lately. It's hard to gauge. Like there's artists upcoming similar to a level on ourselves. There's some a bit above us. There's below us. But I'm just gonna go with what's on my brain at the time. And all the artists that feel like they didn't get a shout out, go fuck yourself. I show love everywhere I go. You know what I mean? So last weekend I was just at Northern Power Summit. That was a great 3-day event. So shout out to Bill Gibson and all them that were running it.
It's like a network thing for Toronto here.
Yeah, they planned it really well. They did conferences in the day and learned from some, top of the line people giving advice on the industry. And then they had parties at night with some artists and stuff. But I have to give it to Fame Holiday, because he just showed up unexpectedly, and it just like turned the party up. You thought the party was done, and like no one even knew he was gonna be there, and he just showed up, and it just it changed the presence of the party and really set the party off. So it was pretty dope to see him in person. As far as consistency and working, I'd have to give it to what's his name, Rock. I think it's Roche, that guy, right?
Roche, that guy.
I've been seeing him being consistent, and he's giving me good advice and stuff, networking with him. So I'll give him a 1-up. As more as artists closer to my circle and stuff, I got to give it to Pro Main. I know he used to go by his real name, but I think he goes by Pro Main now. But Jamel Thomas is a great artist. I look forward to having him.
Jamel Thomas,
he's gonna be on my album in the coming year.
That's a producer too.
Yeah, and he's been really locking into the TikTok stuff, which I know we haven't done as much, but TikTok definitely seems to have
we ain't really been on TikTok like that yet either.
Yeah, but
we tried a couple
the views
clips.
Are valuable, the views are very valuable. So we need to. It's so hard when you're trying to do so many different apps and platforms and shit, but it is what it is. Sure. 2 more artists. Holy, let's see. I'm like brain fart where you are. I'm at 3. I'm like, okay, 2 more. Who do I give it to? You know what I
Nah,
mean?
I'm just gonna go random on mine. Go on.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of who I'm putting on my album and shit, because like that, those are, you know, who I want to give a shout out to. I'd say Young Stitch.
Young
Because
Stitch, definitely.
even
for
though he's
sure.
not Toronto bound, he's still a Canadian Ontario artist.
But
And
he has a couple of freestyle battle titles.
oh yeah,
He even has he has the BET one as well, doesn't he?
yeah, but he's that artist that I give credit, and I feel like, you know, I don't know if I should say this or a shadow bans or podcast, but fuck Hollywood, because he won Freestyle Friday and was supposed to perform there, and it was one of those things where it's like, you can't perform, like it's, you know, time, blah. Who knows what kind of an excuse they made? But if I was in that position, I would have been so angry, and I feel bad for him. But shout out Young Stitch, you're still a GOAT, and you're gonna be on my album in the future too. So I'm excited for that. So that's a 4th mention. And then let's see, one more. Who do we give the 5th slot to? Oh, who do I really fuck with? I like out here. Damn, that's a tough one. I mean, there's so many. Who do I got? Who have I seen? Who else have been around? I'm gonna give it to Master Inferno. Because I just saw him. I just saw him for his birthday, and he was turned up, and I give it to him for like something that I'm probably gonna explore and getting into, because I'm known to do the street hustle as well, but I'm more about like selling my merch and shit. But he's downtown, and he's got his speaker, and he's fucking freestyling for 4 to 8 hours on the block, and he's doing that all summer. So like, give credit to that. I give credit where it's due. So shout out Master Inferno and his clique. They've been killing it as well. I might even be linking with them tonight. So
definitely. Well, my randomness, man, like straight up, like, you know, it's just randomly straight up. Yeah, Stitch is one of them. Casper Marcus, you know what I mean? Bless up the Casper Marcus, straight up good.
yeah.
One is Mega Shawn is a good favorite of mine still, definitely. Mega Shawn, bless up to him. There's a young youth, Cholo Cash, you know what I mean? Cholo Cash, I've been watching him for a good long while, Cholo, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I have to say, yo, for the females, for me, it's like Tara Lord, straight up.
Straight goods.
Straight up goods. Tara Lord from down here, you know what I mean? And
yeah, she's been killing it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's like Julian said, there's a lot of talent here, you know what I mean? There's a lot of talent, and I could keep going because there's a lot of the old school, but I have a lot of faves, you know what I mean? Just like you have old school of Virginia there's greats who came from Virginia. You know what I mean? You were mentioning a few a little earlier.
A lot of our greats are actually still in the game, still killing it.
Yeah, like Timberland.
If you really look at Timberland, if you really look at the people that came out of Virginia, right? They're all different and hard and stand the test of time. Literally, you can't name one person that came out of Virginia that didn't like change the game in their own way. Like Virginia, like you really got to go crazy to like pop from here. And so usually the people that do, they end up doing that shit like different and just for a long time. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, yo, longevity, like Missy, the whole gold mine.
Yeah, bro, we got Chris Brown, Missy, Pharrell, Pusha T, Drum,
exactly,
Timberland, like and more.
The
like,
list is endless, man. Like down to Genuine's from there, ain't he?
Genuine from here?
I think so.
He might be. Yeah.
I think he's from there. I know that he messed with the whole gold mine crew there back in the day. I
was gonna ask you guys too. So in Canada, because I know in America we have certain like cities, certain states that are more like relevant in music as throughout times. What's that? What are those places in Canada?
In Canada, well, Toronto is one of the top, of course. You know what I mean?
Number one for sure.
Number one, and then after you got like Montreal, BC, Vancouver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like the East Coast and the West Coast cities, straight up. But everybody wants to come down to like Toronto, Toronto, Ontario.
So Toronto is like the New York of Canada.
Yeah.
And it's close to New York, which is convenient when you're trying to go to New York.
Matter of fact, yeah, actually, no, I keep forgetting Canada really is right there. Like, matter of fact, my parents went to the Niagara Falls shit. Like, that's on the border of what? That's also Canada, right? Yeah, they went to both sides. They actually went to both sides. They went on a little boat ride, like
the Maid of the Mist.
I still haven't been on that boat. I was in Niagara recently.
Oh, I've been there.
I haven't been on
it.
boat.
See, they asked me to go. I don't know. I forgot what I was doing at the time, but I didn't go. Like they said they had a good time though.
Yeah.
So is this you guys' podcast? I don't really know. I would like to know some of like
well,
about man, like,
well,
you know?
It's me and my brother, as you can see, D2E all around the place, right? Down to Earth podcast. We started Down to Earth podcast during the COVID, right?
Okay, we started during COVID too, yeah.
And the thing is, I got advice. Me and my brother got advice from people like saying, "Yo, like peeps are home." You know what I mean? Artists are home, like straight up. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? Like, why not try to holler at them and see what's up? You know what I mean? Especially ones who I dig and all of that. You know what I mean? Like right now we're about to end season 5. You know what
How
I'm
are
saying?
you guys? How are you breaking your seasons down? Because we in season 3, we doing like 50 episodes a season.
Man, we're just going because my brother even does the weed podcast too, right? So I'm not even sure he's keeping up the score. Pretty much.
Y'all just kind of going off how y'all feel. What's the new season?
What the new season?
No, I was just asking like, how do y'all break y'all season? Is it like a certain number of episodes, like per season or whatever?
We probably at first we were going hard, and then after we were like, you know, I would have to say maybe in one season we probably be almost like nearly 30, almost close to you, maybe 50 odd artists, maybe close, maybe, you know what I mean? Something like that. It's consistency, right? Sometimes I don't even see it because I'm just doing the ads and all that. Julian even says sometimes he can't keep up, right?
Guys always tell me, yo, you watch that TV or you watch that soccer. Yo, I'm making music more than anybody. Like,
my brother says we're at 100. What this season? Each season, Shawn?
Each season's 100 for you guys, really?
Wait, y'all got...
Are you kidding me, Shawn?
I wonder why.
Seriously.
Wait, y'all got 100 episodes. So y'all got 500 episodes right now?
Yo, man, I don't even know, man. Like I said,
going crazy then.
So much. There's even some we haven't even posted up yet. You know what I mean? Like there's like so much content we got. Like during the holidays, I'm gonna have to take a time to like, yeah, this is like from this date, this, boom, 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 from, you know what I mean? From, because there's some of them we've done like on the road as well, right?
Yeah.
Besides doing the live.
I did a couple on the like out of the studio. I did one in Hollywood with my boy out there, Turtle. I did one in Portland with my boy Carver. And I think that's only 2 I did. I like the virtual shit though. This is my first time doing a virtual convo. I always kind of shied away from it because I'm really big on like vibing with a person and kind of bouncing our energy off. So I didn't know how well that would work.
Well, the thing is with the virtual
setting,
now,
you know?
the thing is, as much as I want to get them in the studio, you know what I mean? Sometimes I can and I can't, but you know what I mean? But besides that, the ones them like yourself, you know what I mean? I can reach out and all that, down to like Japan to Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Straight up, like we got some boys up in Japan, you know? So yeah, man, like it's...
Bro, I would love to get to the point where I can afford to like have, you know what I'm saying, once we start making real money, I want to fly guests out, put them in a hotel for the night.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? But it's all about building, right? Building up the platform and getting a reputation more, getting sponsors as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been trying to get a sponsor, man. I feel like I've been rushing it. Like certain things I really learned to just not like...
Well, my brother's saying not just artists. You know what I mean? It's not just artists. It's been people who've been like involved with the culture, like DJs, producers. You know what I mean?
Graphic artists, everything.
Graphic artists.
They artists too, you know.
We've had a few people who are involved with the artists. We be talking to even, you know, weed activists and shit like that as well. You know.
Yeah, so we've had a few people on
mixing it all up with.
Yeah, for sure. We've had a few people on like from different industries too, like business owners, and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yes.
Next year, I'm gonna book a little more like people from outside this different industries. I want to really talk to everybody from doctors to strippers, like, you know.
Yo, on the real, I want to be talking to some athletes, to be honest with you.
Just
You know what I
just
mean?
don't have the doctor and stripper on the same podcast because the stripper gonna be asking if he can give her a pump. You know.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all see the girls that were getting their kidneys stolen, getting like BBLs?
Oh,
We talked
I
about
already
that like a few episodes ago. Like girls will go to like find these like backroom doctors like on Facebook Marketplace and
save
shit.
money and shit.
Yeah, and go get a BBL, wake up with their kidney missing.
Organs are valuable. I've been had a bit of a
Yeah.
paranoia from that. You gotta be careful, man. It's not a joke.
For real, for real.
So what would you say is the scene right now, like with the music out there? Like, how should I say, like, you know how, I don't know, like, Julian, correct me if I'm wrong. You know how some people are they're sticking to one kind of lane, like they're into the trap or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, is there like one kind of like style going on right now in Virginia, or is it just
No. Really, I would say the sound, it's a new sound. For real, like we have all different types of artists. We have really every genre out here, but we also have this new thing that we do. I don't know. It's kind of like eclectic. It's kind of like we have trap artists, we have pop artists, we really have everything. But I feel like we're kind of bringing like a new style to the game. I don't really know what it is. Like I said, I've been to LA, I've been in New York, I've been in like kind of different places in the country, and I see that like people from Virginia just have a different swag. Like I can't really explain it. It's just different. Like, so it's like I don't really see us getting on and just doing what everybody else doing. We really going to bring some type of change to the game. But yeah, I think we have all different types of artists for real.
Well, speaking of artists, yourself, you know what I mean? You're not stopping doing music yourself. You got a few music videos up on YouTube and stuff as well?
Yeah, I got a bunch of videos up. I just put out a song like 2-3 weeks ago. Me and my boy, my name Brian. It's called All the Way on all platforms. I dropped a mixtape at the beginning of the year. It's called Can You Twerk to My Poems. That's just up. I did my debut album. My birthday last year on September 14th. Me and Nas actually had the same birthday. But my debut album was called Play This at Night When the World Is Quiet. That's everywhere. So but like I said, this past year, I really been taking the time to like focus on the brand and building the brand and doing the podcast and thing. Like I did a few releases. I did a few like live performance videos.
Have you done any shows?
Yeah, earlier this year I did. I think I did like probably like 5-10 shows. In the first half of the year.
Not doing 5 or 10 shows.
The second half of the year really been all podcasts, you know what I'm saying, all off world. But I love it like that. I like that. I don't need to use my music to grow anymore. How
about this? You're dealing with the brand, right? So, and you're dealing with artists. How about this? You have your own presentation of a showcase of artists by Off the World podcast there. You know what I mean? Why don't you do that?
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
You host your own plateau at your city there, man. Like you already got the artists already. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about like live shows?
No, not live show. An actual, like, you could do a live show if you want, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? It just helps your brand. I'm just sticking to what you're saying.
I'm not really getting what you mean though.
Like, say for instance, you have Off the World podcast showcase, like
the Off World, but yeah,
you know,
Off World. So showcase, we talking about online or where?
Well, it could be some venue down there that you could be then you could be setting it up.
Yeah. So we've done a couple shows. So we did our first Off-World event was it last year? The Shed the Can? It was last year. We did like a charity event. So we in our area in Newport News, we have a art gallery called the Contemporary Arts Network.
All right.
It's run by this guy Asa Jackson, his wife, and they do a lot of cool shit there. Asa actually sits on the board like for the state of Virginia. He sits on the commission of the arts board or something like that. So like this board, like the city will fund art projects, certain art projects and art shit in the city. So like to go get funding from the city, he's the guy you talk to. You know what I'm saying? So he has an art gallery and they do a bunch of shit. So we threw he came on the show, we chopped it up. So we threw like a charity event there. Basically, I think we had like 15 artists on the lineup. It was like, I want to say it was like 150 people came out. It was like for our first event, it was definitely solid. We had a dunk tank We had some shit out there. We had a dunk tank. We had a dunk tank, and we had strippers getting dunked.
Oh shit!
Strippers and rappers getting dunked. Matter of fact.
Yo, you see, Julian. You see how they do things there in the
you pay $5. You know what I'm saying?
They do things.
I'm gonna be honest. The dunk tank was a little faulty. So like you ain't even have to. Even if you hit like near the target, they was dunking like.
What the?
It was
hell?
You couldn't miss. You couldn't miss for real.
Yeah. Damn, man. Damn. Like on the real, like I'm saying, you see, this is all about networking right now. Like on the real, like, and I don't know things are opening up for the future. I've been saying to Julian, one of the things I want to do for the future is all this networking I've been doing, and I know that people are going to be traveling sooner or later, right? I would love to do the ultimate show here. All the peeps who I know, like, you know, say artists yourself from, say, New York, from down to North Carolina, who we know, and all of that and everything. You know what I mean? Like the ultimate, like I would say maybe a 2 or 3 day kind of festival. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like straight up, I would love to do something like that. And it would be a mixture of Canadian and US. You get what I'm saying? Straight up, all independent artists. You get what I'm saying? Straight. I would love to do
Canadian artists really try to like blow up outside of Canada, or is it like
some
sustainable? Can you have a sustainable enough career just in Canada? You know what I mean? Like, can you have a fire career just by staying in Canada, or like you got to break out?
That's why we always leave to come there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Julian.
There's still possibilities and stuff in Canada. I mean, we live in a little mini New York, in my opinion. And Toronto was York before New York. So, I mean, there's value here and there's money to be made. But definitely when it comes to blowing up, America's population and other countries around the world is a lot bigger than ours. Canada really is a part of America. So, I mean, I don't know when that's going to switch or when it's all going to become one. But it seems like it's happening right now in front of our eyes. I see it. I don't know if you've noticed it, Rock, but like things are a little different in Canada right now. And I think America and Canada are pretty much the same at this point, almost like. So, but yeah, we definitely got to come down there and travel a bit more and spread our name.
That's why we're trying to open up more plateaus, like what me and my brother are doing here. You know what I mean? To get more recognizable with the, you know, the culture, the music, and everything. Like a lot of the artists here appreciate what we do. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, because it's not all about just the interview and all of that, right? I always encourage the artists. Can you send us stuff? We're gonna share the stuff, whatever, promote and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's a new video, a new track, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, we're here to help. You know what I mean? On the real.
We're stronger together.
It's about that and the energy too, bro. Just like like I said, feeding off each other's energy earlier. I said that. That's really what made me want to talk to you. Like when we even from the like small amount we talked on Instagram.
But it still relies on their consistency. They gotta put in the work, the artist, man. Like I can't.
Well, I mean, we all gotta. I mean, you're not gonna do shit without putting the work in.
Yeah, man. Because like, how am I supposed to recognize? How am I supposed to talk about whatever is hype or what's going on with you? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's either you got that hype single or you got that hype campaigning music video going on, or you got I don't know, a tour going on or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Straight
I agree with you, like what you said earlier, like consistency. For me, it's all about authenticity and consistency. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing some original shit and then you got some crazy work ethic behind it, bro, that's it. You got it.
That's what it's all about, man. Like straight up, because like if you're not consistent with yourself, then how am I supposed to be consistent with you? Like, you know what I mean? Straight up. But yeah, my brother was asking me, what's your top 6 MCs of all time?
Me?
Yes.
Top stem. All right. I'm gonna say honestly, Drake is up there. Drake is he doesn't really get the super credit like the MC credit, but he's up there.
Okay.
I really like J. Cole.
All right.
Yasin Bey, I think he's up there.
Right.
Top 5 MC. Damn, who else I'm gonna say? I fuck with I think Lupe Fiasco probably up there. And I understand. I'm saying more newer people. I know there's like a whole history of people that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but just for me, right at this current moment, like.
How many is that? 4?
I think that's 4. I think La Russell crazy right now. I don't even know like top 6 in history or whatever. Like, but he's crazy. He's definitely the hardest MC right now that's out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's doing it like currently. You know, that's 5. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know a 6th one. I don't know. We gonna pass on the 6th one.
How about you, Julian?
It's almost like the interview, not the interview, the presentation by Eminem when he got introduced to Rock Hall of Fame. He was gonna pick a small list, and then he just made this list of there's so many greats.
There are.
Usually when people ask me, I usually just stick to 3, and I tell them who I think like the GOATs are. I just tell them like, yo, the top 3 MCs. I mean, I know as time's passing and there's new faces and whatnot, but I have to give it to Lil Wayne, Eminem, and Jay-Z. They're my favorite artists growing up and shit, and I think they're really talented. Selmir mentioning Drake, like straight up, not just because I'm from Toronto, but like we do have to give Drake his credit. I would put him in top 6. He's been putting out hits for consistent like 5, 10 years now. Like I wrote in a lyric recently, like, yo, I'm still fucking girls to hold on. And I'm thinking, I look at that song, like,
I hate a privileged rapper who don't even know what it takes.
Like, you know what I mean? And then, I mean, I have to put 50 Cent on the board just because 50 Cent is another hit writer. If you listen to his songs, his songs are still playing in the club. In the Club is still playing in the club 10 years later. You have to give him credit, and he's been inspiring me lately, and he's a business guy. And
more than 10 years, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Longer than that. It's probably 15 by now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I have really lately, I don't know, as new faces, I love Kodak Black. I can't.
Kodak Black.
Kodak
I don't know what it is about him. I'm just drawn towards him. Like, he sounds crazy and he's nuts, but he's not like the average gangster rapper. He's just different in his own way, and he really draws me towards him.
Yeah. Now, you know, hey, bro, on Eminem, I love Eminem too. And 50 Cent was my first rapper I ever heard. I got into 50 first, then Eminem. But out of Eminem's newest songs, wait, I want to ask
you brought up M. You brought up M. Yo, I have to ask you guys this, man. And look, the latest fucking beef with fucking Game. What's your guys?
I ain't really get that because I listened to the Game song that Dissy dropped. I'm like, how you make a diss song about somebody, but you still they whole flow on it? Like, I don't get it.
My thing is this. This is my thing. I said this. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Julian, but I said, yo, what was Game doing beforehand? Like, was he on tour? Was he doing anything? No, I don't think so. He wasn't doing anything, right? So now, all of a sudden, Eminem is getting all this plateau, you know, the Rock of Fame and everything like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like the formula, you know what? Man, nothing's really going on right now, you know. Let me attack this guy. Let me get some out right now. You know what I'm saying? No, real shit. Because I'm just like saying, what the fuck? Like, what were you doing? Like what were you doing?
I didn't look too far into it, even why the beef happened. But I thought it was funny.
That's my thing, man. I see it like that. Just like back in the day with Cannabis and LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know beefs are beefs, but like, you knew that LL was at the time of being the GOAT. You know what I mean? It's his time right now. And he's like, all right, you know, let me come after this guy now. You know what I mean? Like, to get some of that. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Bro,
get over this already?
What's y'all's favorite Eminem newer song, bro? Lately, I've been listening to, y'all know that shit Stronger Than I Was? I forgot what project it's off. It's one of the newer, like more recent joints.
It's a new joint?
It's probably maybe like 2 projects ago, or 1-2 projects ago. Okay. I forgot now.
Eminem's always been a favorite of mine, regardless. I don't give a fuck. It's straight up. You know what I mean?
I literally play that. I've been playing that song in the shower a lot.
On the real.
Hey Alexa, play Stronger Than I Was by Eminem on repeat.
When you know for a fact that you could, like, how should I say it? What is it? The Blueprint when he was on with Jay-Z, right?
Are you talking about Renegade?
Yeah, Renegade. Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
Honestly, when he did that, and I'm like, and you're on a Jay thing there? Oh,
I'm gonna be honest. I know. Like,
they look like what? I'm sorry, bro.
I know, like everybody. I know, like the consensus is that Eminem ran Jay-Z on that, but I fuck with Jay-Z parts better, honestly. I think Eminem killed it too, but I don't think he ran Jay-Z like everybody says.
M for me on that track. I'm sorry, he won on that. What do you think, Julian?
No opinion. It's been too long since I listened to it. I gotta listen again.
Oh yeah,
brother, yo, man. Just him saying renegade, yo, man. Jay ain't saying them. Yo, man. When it comes to this thing, man, it comes with emphasis besides what you're saying. You know what I mean? Your pronouns and all that shit and everything. That's why out of the Wu-Tang, right? Bless up the R.I.P. to ODB. He was one of my favorites. You know why? Because you know how he brings his punchlines. You know how, you know what I mean? Like no one could ever be an ODB. You know what I'm saying?
The delivery. Yeah.
Yes,
I regret not getting. I had a chance to get his son on a song and I didn't follow through. So I definitely wish I would have pulled that one as well. I got the Killer Priest one and I should have followed through with the Young Dirty Bastard one.
Like that's what attracts me to most like artists. Like when they come with originality. You get what I'm saying? New or old. You get what I'm saying? As long as you own it, you caught my ear. You get what I'm saying? But once you start to try to sound like this person, that person, you're losing me. You get what I'm saying?
That's why people like my wordplay. I'm just going over some of my music now. I wrote, yo, it's like I got 3 dicks. Yes, I am the plug.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said it's like I got 3 dicks. Yes, I am the plug.
I'm trying to understand that. Hold up.
Bro, think about how you plug your KRKs in, bro.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you talking about the prongs in it?
The prongs, yeah.
Oh, I'm weak.
Went over it.
I got 3 dicks.
That's my rating skill, you know? It's funny.
Yeah, but it's true though. Originality is better, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only in a song, even in a video.
Oh, I made that point of like Kendrick Lamar's song, Rich Spirit. I liked other songs off the album and I wasn't even feeling Rich Spirit. And then randomly he drops a video for it. And all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I like this song. I'm like, wow, the visuals really do mess with your brain and draw you towards it where that's important too. It's important part of it.
Bro, his video he got with Rihanna, the shit where he like suffocated himself, like the other version of himself. Bro, that video was insane. For real,
Kendrick's another goal for sure.
Oh my
God. I wish TDE like stayed together more. Like I like Schoolboy Q, J Rock. Like I don't know. I felt like that was the new Wu-Tang at that time, to be honest. And then they never
was going crazy.
What happened.
Y'all fuck with Baby Keem? He's Kendrick's cousin. He's on PG Lang. Y'all know Kendrick got the new label, right? PG Lang.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he started a whole new label. PG Lang, and I know Baby Keem is on there. I think some other artists too, but Keem is crazy, bro. He got some shit.
Okay. Well, yo, what is coming? Who is coming up on your podcast?
All right, man. I don't usually do this, but if you want, I'll run you. We have 7 episodes left this year. I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least who's the next recent one? Who's coming up?
I'll tell you somebody really cool. Well, everybody. I'm not gonna say that. Everybody's really cool. I'm excited for everybody. I'll tell you who the last episode of the year is.
Okay.
So the last episode of the year is this producer. He makes music too, but his name is Bamboy. He's been on the show like before too. But we're about to do another episode. But he just produced one of the songs that was on Drake and 21 Savage album.
Okay.
He produced which one? Spin About You. Yeah. Spin About You.
I remember that track too. That's dope.
Bro, yeah, he produced that shit, bro. He's a producer. Is it Tay Keith or is it? No, this is it. Yeah, so he signed to Tay Keith as a producer. Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me. I'm gonna have to reach out my boy out in Jersey. He messed with a lot of the like Wu kind of people. Rhodes Art. He did our theme music for Down to Earth podcast.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yo, so I was gonna ask you. So what is the what's the Down to Earth versus the Earthquake sound?
Well, Earthquake sound is the production. I would have to say it's the legacy. When my pops started back in the day, he used to be a sound man, and he used to back in the day get artists from Jamaica, right? Underground artists, like it's almost like now, but it's a little different. You know what I mean? He would have a contract with them, stay with us for a month. But you see, when it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, time to get to work behind the mic, pick up the you know, the records and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Reggae things. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. So
Yeah.
it was like that. He was doing that sound thing. Sometimes he would battle other sounds. You know, they would call it, you know, sound boy. You know, sound boy burial. You know what I mean? Like kind of things like that. You know what I mean? Back in the day. So me and my brother now, we just wanted to turn it into like a production kind of thing, and Down to Earth podcast was born from it afterwards. You know what I mean? So I run Earthquake Sound International. He runs Down to Earth podcast, and we both run it together. You get what I'm saying? Straight
But
up.
y'all put all the same. But y'all put all content on both channels.
Yeah. Well, like I run one channel, he runs the other channel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We get the algorithm up different ways because he has the Twitch help. He's an artist as well. He's on all different things for the plateaus here. You know what I mean? From Apple Music to Spotify to Reverb, what Reverb Nation? I don't know, man. All these lists of
I
things.
think that was the first place I ever put my music on back in like 2000. I don't even know.
I don't
early,
even know
early
what else.
Reverb
I don't
Nation,
know
yeah.
what. I don't even know what else this guy is using. You know what I mean? Down to like Amazon and all of that for.
Does he have a MySpace? I feel like MySpace is older
Oh
than Reverb
shoot!
Nation.
I used to have a
Yeah.
MySpace back in the day. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is getting everything up on everything just to get the algorithm up. You know, and all means necessary.
That's good. You're
Nah,
both
for sure.
working a channel of your own, each learning different things.
Well, not only that, even the merchandise. You know what I mean? As you can see, I've done the mic, banner, shirts. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you gotta brand everything. You know what I mean?
They say that the algorithm usually starts fucking with you like few years in, 2-3 years in. If you stay consistent, they'll eventually start sharing your stuff more. But for me, the thing I like, the thing about like it taking longer to like pop or whatever, it just gives you more time to like actually get better at what you're doing. Sometimes you can blow up too early and not be prepared for it and not really.
I just want to.
You didn't really build it up yet. Like you don't really.
I just want to grow.
You know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
want to keep growing. I like to be honest. I don't really want to just pop just like that. I want to just grow more.
Yeah, I like gradual growth. Yeah.
I just want to grow. You know what I mean? Yeah, whatever comes into play, comes into play. But I just want for us to grow. You know what I mean? It's just like a plant, man. If you don't grow it and prune it properly, you won't get it right. You know what I mean? Just like the trees here while I'm smoking.
Yeah. So for me, I've really just been focused on, bro, just like just actually getting good at this shit. Actually being able, like I said, bring value to things. And
on the real, I've been watching. You are like on the real, like I'm like saying, yo, it looks like this guy's been doing this a little longer than you think. You know what I mean? Like
the thing, maybe you guys can touch on this too. But for me, like the thing I didn't really expect about doing a podcast is like it is how actually I've gotten better at expressing myself and understanding how I feel, and like you just like learn about yourself doing this shit, and that's just one part I didn't really expect.
Well, you learn about yourself, but at the same time, you know what I've learned? I learned from the artists that they learned from me that they haven't learned. How should I say? Artists they never came across. You get what I'm saying? They never heard of or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah, like you put them on artists.
Yeah, like they might have their peoples who they know, and this one, you know. But next thing you know, they know each other, and maybe features start on all of that, and that's been sort of kind of happening too. You know what I mean?
Like making connections,
making connections and networking by learning. You know what I mean? Off of each other. You know what I mean? Straight up. And just like what I be watching you, I be like, yo, I mean, wow, man. I'm just learning. I'm like, I love it. I love the concept. You have them comfortably on the couch and everything, and you're just doing your thing and
bro.
Yeah, man, just vibing. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah, I'm from Bosnia, by the way. I don't know if I told you that yet. You guys know what Bosnia is?
Bosnia, that's like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was born over there, bro. And I came here when I was like 4, and I go back and visit all the time. I was just out there this summer. Yeah. So I was born kind of right at the end of the war. I don't know if you guys are kind of hip to what happened over there. You know what I'm saying? There was a war from pretty much like 90 to 95. I was born actually, I was like a victory baby. Like on the morning I was born, like we had won like some battle in like some city or whatever. Like
That's crazy.
But yeah, it was like a genocide. You know what I'm saying? I'm Muslim. Yeah, I speak Bosnian. Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute, hold up a second. Can you rap in Bosnian?
Nah, I can't rap in Bosnian.
Whoa!
I've been working on this. I've been working on this Bosnian song for like 4 years.
Man.
I don't know where to take it from.
Hold
It's
up
a
a
lot harder for
second
me.
here. Hold on a minute here. If you could talk it, you could write it. That means that it's a possibility
I probably really
you can
could.
rap it.
The thing is with me, like I didn't go to school in Bosnian, so like
All right.
I'm fluent. I can, you know what I'm saying,
No,
say
the
whatever,
reason
understand
why
whatever.
I'm saying all of this is because, yo, you know what you know, but now if you infuse it, holy shit, you can bring it to an international level, bro.
My vocabulary is not really like as great. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the vocabulary to really sit there and probably write like a fire song. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be interesting if you tried an experiment one time.
Because I've been thinking about doing this remix. So there's this classic song called theoffwrldpodcast in Bosnia, and I had my boy remake a beat. He remade that beat kind of like into like a little more modern type shit, and I was gonna use the same hook, like just use the hook, say it in Bosnian, and then put English verses on it. And I started that shit literally like 3-4 years ago, but I haven't really got back to it yet. But maybe one day, hopefully it'll come out.
Man, I hopefully, man. But man, we're gonna stay in touch for sure, my brother. It's been a pleasure here, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
Definitely,
I appreciate you, man.
For sure. I can keep going, man. On the real.
Now, yeah.
Let me just...
like I said, bro. For me, like I said, I just I seen you on Instagram Live, and I fuck with your energy. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, for having me on.
But man, this is not the end. This is the beginning. I want this to be the beginning because, like I'm saying, I want to do this like almost like a exchange kind of program. I want to like send some certain artists here, like, you know, maybe
the exchange
online,
program. Come on,
yeah, man. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
like exchange students. We have like exchange artists. Like
you get what I mean?
Yo,
like,
that would honestly be crazy. Like, what if we both had a hub? Like, we had a damn. What if we both had a warehouse? And you know, you had one out there, had one out here, and there was like, it's like a hotel studio.
That would be fucking
and it's
great.
like we have people doing like, you know what I'm saying, residencies and shit.
Yeah, I actually ran across one this week and I had that, and my mind was blown. They're like, yeah, this is a place for artists where the rent's cheaper and they can use this studio and this. And I'm like, this is my first time coming across a place like this. And I'm like, how do I get on? They're like, yeah, the wait list, it's long, kind of shit. And I'm like, I didn't even know shit like this exists. Like, it's crazy.
I said, man, on the real, we got to create it.
You got to put in the footwork and make it, build it.
Yeah, man. And this is one way of doing it right now. You get what I'm saying?
You might inspire me to actually start doing some virtual convos, because it's cool. I fuck with it. I like I said, it's my first time doing it. I like it because I have a lot of people that want to talk from outside the area.
Put it this way, man. You're in the States, man, straight up, and on the real, you guys have compared to us with artists. Oh my god. Yeah, man, it's deadly, man. Because I'm sure not everybody in Virginia is from Virginia.
Most people in Virginia aren't from Virginia.
Yeah,
it's like a military. It's a real military state, so it's a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Something I want to touch base on too, just to give you guys a heads up what I've been working on. So I'm working on Branch Out on the 3rd version, Volume 3. And basically the theme is like, you know, we're branching out across the world and we stick to our roots. And it's basically, the idea is just to encourage artists to collab more and reminding us that internet can be used to do that. So the last one, I felt like it didn't have enough female artists. So I've been encouraging artists, yo, get a song done with a singer, and we're going to put it out on Valentine's Day. So there is a time crunch. We only got a couple months to work on it, but I will be putting money behind promo and stuff. And already on the 2nd volume, I locked in Africa, Australia, Europe, the States. So really, all I have is South America and Asia left, and I can say I made music all around the world. So if you have artists that like that idea or even a song they want to submit, send it my way. Even your brother Rock, if he has a song with a few artists, get on it. You know what I mean?
Well, yo, I would love, to be honest, I'd love to see YouTube maybe do a track together.
Yeah,
you know, if that's possible in the future, you know?
I know. There's a lot of music we need to make. I make music constantly, so I'm down.
Definitely, man. But as always, man, it's been a pleasure having Selmir. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Thank you, bro.
The Off the World podcast. You don't know with Julian. You don't know Julian Broderick. You don't know This is the Rastafari Last Samurai. I'll prove this message. Yeah, shit, what? You don't know. As usual, it's been a pleasure. We're going to be staying in touch, my brother. You don't know. We're going to be signing off just now.
Have a good one, guys.
Don't
Peace,
know.
bro. Peace.
And
Hell yeah.
we